Back to our online safety. Before I jump back to our online safety, Jormungandr is running fantastic. RT7 is off the charts, absolutely incredible. If want to participate as a pool operator or you want to learn how to operate a pool, RC7 is the bomb. Now, it's not perfect, it's still testnet, so keep that in mind. They're still trying to perfect the network parameters. They're still trying to perfect, for example, I had the Explorer crash, and I looked on GitHub. The people on Telegram helped me out, and thank you to the folks on Telegram. I simply turned off my Explorer, and boom, it was up and running again. So thank you all for your help over there on Telegram. It's a great time to learn. Okay, you just need basic IT skills, good understanding of computers. You got to understand port forwarding. Look out for your own safety, and it's a great time to learn. RC7 is incredible. So back over to safety. That was our number one thing, is the
Yes.
three big points on safety for this episode. Is we have the link posted by Edutainment. That's Tommy, the Cardano Foundation tag on Reddit. Delegating it does not mean sending it, and we need all y'all's help in getting the word out, because with all of the excitement lately, people are going to see this, that they've been dormant for a year or a year and a half, 2 years, and they're going to become active again, and they're going to start moving their ADA around, and they might have problems because they have an old version of Daedalus installed, or they have an old Chrome extension on Yoroi. So please feel free to help them out. We appreciate your help for all y'all experts out there. Now, the second safety link was, I'm going to go back over to the tag. The first one was delegating it does not mean sending it. The second one is when you download crypto apps or read information online, always double check to ensure that it comes from a trusted and official source. Better to be safe than sorry. And this one was posted by Andy Hendricks. Thank you, Andres, for getting this posted. Again, a very short video. Be sure to share those out to your friends and your people in the crypto sphere. Okay. So download from official sources. That's our second big safety tip, which leads us to the third one, so let me kind of get that. That's hard to explain. And that is contacting the Cardano Foundation about your URL. Philippe, you want me to go ahead and screen share that?
Yes, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. So I have a snippet here that was shared to me by Reddit user from Telegram user MM, who runs the Cardano.pub website. Check out Cardano.pub. And I'm going to share this. Where did I put it? Oh, I got to open it first. Sorry. This is going to help with safety in the long run. This is kind of like a long-term thing. Okay, so here they are. Okay, sorry about that. Brief interlude there. These are reasons for getting approval from the Cardano Foundation for using URLs and logos for your websites and stuff like that, because a lot of people are using Cardano in the names. Now, in the long term, this will help with safety. Philippe, how's the view on that? Or are we not blocking it? Okay, we're not blocking
it. Yes, we're not blocking it. It's good.
Okay. So here it describes use that does require written approval, and it goes into suggest marks that suggest an official link between your product or service, use of the marks in a domain name, use of the mark in a company name, and use of the marks. And it goes into details here. It also explains down below using Cardano names in the URL. Now, at first, when people read this, and I know how I felt, you read it and you say, well, wait a second. Nobody can tell me what URL I can use, because the internet is like the wild, wild west. You can do whatever you want on the internet, right? But the way this comes to play into safety, now I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but if they have a good practice in place, so the Cardano Foundation has a good practice and a good policy on what URLs that you can use and not use, and you get the permission, then what happens is, if a scammer sets up a website, then they can enforce it, or then they at least have some just cause for saying, hey, wait a second, that website is a bad guy, and we need to bring some enforcement to shut it down and protect the community. So that's how I read it. That's just my opinion, my interpretation, but I think it's a pretty reasonable interpretation. Philippe?
Yes, I agree. That is a reasonable interpretation, and the Cardano Foundation is looking out for the community in the sense that there are going to be scam pools that just pop up. Website domains are pretty cheap to get, and people just sit on them. And people may have sat on a whole bunch of Cardano related domains from years ago when they maybe first heard of the project, and they'll come out the woodworks now. So be cognizant of that. So thank you to the Cardano Foundation for putting that clear documentation out for that. That's what the community needed.
Yes. Yeah, those guidelines are there to help the community. Not only does it give you, I mean, the okay, like an official, yeah, that one's fine. You can use that name. Plus, they know you and they trust you, and it helps build trust in the community, but also gives them grounds to enforce when they got to shut down the scammers, because the scammers will show up. They already have.
Yes.
They already have.
One more thing, if you're in Telegram or you're on Twitter or even on YouTube, Rick, myself, the other ambassadors, chances are if someone private messages you, like for example me, Rick, or another person, it's probably a scam. I like all of you guys and girls, but the thing is, I don't know you, so there's no justification for me to private message you personally for anything. I mean, you can private message me and then we can start a conversation, but you shouldn't be receiving a message from Philippe with an extra E at the end and then he's asking you for particular things, because I don't know who you are. No offense to anyone, but Rick doesn't know who you are either. So be careful with private message scams. We're not sending out any messages. You can send messages to us and then we can start a dialogue, but it doesn't work vice versa. It's just for the security of both parties.
Yes. And if you DM me, alert me on a public channel first, because if I get a DM from anyone that I have not had a dialogue in public, I immediately block. Because I get a lot of DMs like that. You know what I mean? Because people will steal your pictures. Someone stole my picture. They stole Katsumoto's picture. Like, they steal it. They made a fake account. They threw it out there. There is a fake Charles Hoskinson Twitter account.
I saw that.
You saw that? It's a fake account. You know, they just snatch your picture. They make a fake account. That, I guarantee that's going to become a scam, or they're going to use it. They're going to try to use it for scamming purposes.